fan. I have this year. This really has been the best month of my life. I am so grateful and lucky. This has been the best month of my entire life. I got fucking engaged! I did it. Haters said it couldn't be done. They said it couldn't be done. And by haters, I mean my mom, okay? She is an elite level hater, okay? She's really good at it. But I got engaged. It's been an amazing month, you guys. My fiance is amazing, you guys. And his proposal was fantastic. It was very beautiful, but it's not exactly how I pictured it. What happened was we went downtown Broadway at sunset, right on the river. It was very lovely. Just us, little bottle of champagne, And he gets down on one knee, and he's telling me he loves me. I'm his partner. And of course, since we're adjacent to Broadway, I could hear Thunderstruck by AC/DC at a deafening volume. He's like, you're my best friend. We're going to spend the rest of our lives together. Thunder. That's how every little girl pictures it, I think. That's how AC/DC's involved somehow, But it's not how I pictured the proposal going. I'm a big sports fan, and my dream proposal has always been on the Jumbotron at a pro sports game, right? Just me, the love of my life, 25,000 of our closest friends. I'm drunk as hell. I'm here to... He gets down on one knee, we're on the Jumbotron, everyone's cheering, but I say no. I say no. Because that shit's gonna go viral, okay? And all those little views, it'll pay for the wedding, okay, you guys? That's what we're... Circular economy, that's where... Follow me for more financial tips, is what I'm saying, okay? Gotta create a viral moment. I'm so happy to be doing this special in Nashville. I've lived here for 13 years. Who out there's lived there? Who's on their 13th year? We got any 13? Yeah? Do I have anybody who's been here longer than MK? Yeah? Okay. I love Nashville. Tennessee's cool. I've lived in Tennessee the whole time, the last 13 years, and the volunteer state, you guys. Give it up for the volunteer state. What are we volunteering for these days? I don't know. Tennessee was also voted the angriest state this year. Did you hear that? The angriest state. Right? Because you've driven on 65. You're very angry out there. The volunteer state is the angriest state. I know. It sounds like the only thing anyone is volunteering for these days is being a fucking asshole. Okay, that's where we're at. I love living in Music City because everything is music. Every single thing. You go to a funeral and there's a DJ. Lit. Okay. I like it. There's a venue at the Taco Bell Cantina on 2nd. Okay, everything is music. And your friend Kelsey, who goes to Belmont, plays there from 4 to 4:15 once a month. Okay, so go visit her. It's Music City. Everyone just thought of a Kelsey they know who plays acoustic guitar, and she goes to Belmont. And God bless her heart, okay? That's what... I love Music City. Last year for the protests, I was down at the Capitol a lot, and every day I'd walk towards the Capitol steps. It's a somber affair, we gotta take care of business. You start walking up and suddenly you're like, is that a 12-piece brass band right there? Okay! What? They're just like, no justice, no peace, hey, no justice. Fuck the police, yeah! Thank you, I knew. Just walked around the Capitol steps like, who books this? This is sick, we're having is there a cover charge? Asking. We lost the objective that day, you guys, I'll be honest. We didn't, some say it was too lit. I'm concerned some say it was too lit. I'm originally from upstate New York. Do I have any New Yorkers in the house? Anybody a New Yorker? Yeah? We love upstate New York. I love being around upstate New Yorkers too. I'm comfortable being around people who also had their sexual awakening to Derek Jeter. Anybody out there masturbate to an MVP? Anybody out there masturbate to an, okay. Maybe Mike Piazza? Anybody Mike Piazza? Mets. I'll just say this, the 1996 New York Yankees saved my parents' marriage. I'll be, you know, it was rocky in 96. I love upstate. It's great. I grew up there. I loved being raised there. Hillary Clinton was the senator my whole upbringing there. She was fantastic. She did a lot of stuff. I'll be honest, it wasn't all apples and abortions, though. You know, we I'll say this, you know, it was right up until 9/11 came around and bummed everybody out, you know. The vibes were off after 9/11, I'll be honest. We never really got them back, either. I'm gonna mention 9/11 once more in this set, okay? Just giving everybody a heads up. It comes up one more time. I come from a big sports family. Do I have sports people in here? Yeah, for sure, definitely. Yeah, the shorts, I know. You got a fucking Raptors jersey on, you're definitely, she's sporty. I know that, you know, people are like, oh, you like sport. People seem surprised sometimes I tell them I'm a big sports fan. You know, I know that I look like I call it sports ball, you know, I know I look like you started talking about the wage disparity amongst the cheerleaders. You know, like I might bring up something, and I might. I like a healthy discourse. I know I look like when I'm talking about bye weeks, I'm talking about a week in college where I was bye, you know. It was a hell of a week. Man, that bye week, you know, that was a good week. I'm a big sports fan. Since I'm from upstate New York, I'm a Buffalo Bills fan. Is there any Bills fans in the house? I love the Buffalo Bills. I'm not, you know, I love them, but it's tough putting your mental health in the hands of all these 25-year-old men, you know? Like, what is this, high school again? You know, what are we? I know. I was a naughty girl. If you know anything about Buffalo sports, it's that they fucking suck. Okay, they're not very good. I don't know if you know this, but the B in BDSM stands for Buffalo. Did you know? It hurts to be a fan. Pain and suffering. If you are a Buffalo Bills fan, you're part of something called Bills Mafia. We love Bills Mafia. It's a lot like the real Mafia. Very similar, except way more people are getting hand jobs at the concession stands. Okay, just Wilt Chamberlain numbers. We're talking Hall of Fame. That stadium is haunted with ghosts of hand jobs past, is what I'm saying. It's creepy and low. All right, you guys like hand job stuff, cool. Wow, okay, big hand job crowd. I'll scrap the set. Have we started rolling yet? Is this going well? I'm not sure. Yeah. Good. My fiance, he played football in high school, which is really cool, because that means I get to hear about it every day for the rest of our lives. It's fun. It's a really fun part. He has resting CTE face, you know, you're like, something's not right. Please don't break up with me. He played football in high school. It's great. He likes to talk in sports metaphors from time to time. You know, that's how he communicates. Sometimes, you know, I'll tell him I have a problem at work, and he'll come up and he'll be like, you know, that reminds me of the time I went to state. I'll be like, okay, calm down, fucking Rudy. Okay, remember the Titans? What are we, varsity blues? Settle down, radio. You know what I mean? Like that's the best reference. Okay. In high school, he played for a team called the Warriors, which I find ironic, of course, because when he eventually succumbs to his CTE, murders me and the children. But now they're God's little warriors. You know, they're good. And on. Okay, applause break, upset. Okay, great. Next. The people upset, it killed in therapy. I just want you to know, therapist loved it. She said, great joke. Yeah, being from a sports family and being from a kind of repressed, they're tight sports family. I grew up, I only saw my dad cry one time my whole life. Has anybody ever seen their dad cry before? It's fucking weird. First time I saw my dad cry, I was like, this is a medical emergency. He has liquid shooting out of his eyeballs right now. Call 911. And this is why he was crying. I'll remember it forever. That was the day that Dale Earnhardt died, everybody. And me, a 10-year-old, watched a grown man banging his fists on the coffee table, screaming, going, why, God, why? No, God, why? Take me instead, take me instead? No, God, why, no? Take the children instead. Take the children? That's the day I learned that my dad would have traded me for an alive Dale Earnhardt. And that's okay, because I would have done the same to him, Yeah, I was raised Catholic. Where my repressed people at? Come on, front row, exceptional. Yeah, I was raised Catholic. Really, the only difference between being Catholic and being Jewish is, of course, the bat mitzvah. I did not have one. Instead of a bat mitzvah, I received my dead grandmother's rosary and a book called The Power of Abstinence. Spoiler alert, it didn't fucking work, okay? That shit got dusty. Thank you. I was raised Roman Catholic. Is anybody Roman Catholic? What's the difference? We know Roman. There's the main difference, of course. Catholic, Roman Catholic. Roman Catholics, we molest our altar servers on Saturdays, okay? We don't do Sundays. Next. Being Catholic, it was, you grew up in these beautiful churches, there's stained glass windows, Baroque, architecture, and it's so flamboyant in there, these Catholic churches. Looks like they cast a queer eye got in there. They're just like, drapes, chandeliers, sexy Jesus, Being Catholic is very, very homosexual. It's very homosexual. But then the church will be called something like Mary of the Seven Sorrows, the Sacrament of Agony, those are the churches I went to. Where are my Sacrament of Agony folks at? You know what I mean? Where we get it. My name is MK. Most of you know me as MK, but MK is short for, of course, Mortal Kombat, obviously. No, it's short for Mary Catherine. That's a fun Catholic name. Mary in Catholic means virgin, and Catherine means bitter. So I got a lot of bitter virgin from those Bible thumpers. And I'd be like, I'll fucking show you a bitter virgin, okay? Nobody calls me Mary Catherine, though. My last name is Gannon, and a lot of nerds like to tell me that my last name is a character in a video game. What's that video game, nerds? I see fucking Zelda. And the nerds love coming up to me after shows to tell me about my last name. I cannot watch another grown man dry jizz his khakis again, you guys. I won't do it. I deserve better. They love telling me. Do you know what Gannon is? Ganondorf. As far as I can tell, Gannon is a robot wizard, which is sick. Okay, I'm into that. He's the embodiment of all evil. And I'm down with that. But this guy is fugly, you guys, and it worries me that I'm being associated. I used to have MySpace. Who's MySpace out? Yeah, I know. And a lot of the MySpace nerds would like to tell me about my last name online. And MySpace nerds, they're like regular nerds, except they're just closeted gay dudes who read Dune. That's the main difference. They had the time for Dune. And Infinite Jest. Those were the two. But they'd contact me on MySpace, and back in the day, I was using MySpace like a dating app, you guys. Because my type back then was, of course, guys who were interested in me. That was it. big qualifications. And of course, MySpace was filled with scene kids. Where are my scene kids at? Anybody? Where are my retired scene kids? I loved the scene kids, you know? We had the skinny jeans and the makeup and the hair, the big hair. And all I'm saying, you guys, is millennial emos walked so non-binary Gen Z could run. You're fucking welcome. For us to be confused about our sexuality to this very day, you're welcome, y'all. I met a scene kid off MySpace one time. He said, "Hey, your last name?" And I was like, "We're getting married. This is perfect." And we decided we would meet. And we decided we were going to meet at a local Pizza Hut. Because of course what? No one out pizza's the Hut, motherfuckers. What are we? Let's try it again. No one out pizza's the Hut. Okay. I'll send that to them. Maybe they'll pay for the special. I think that might be. They'll be like, people still care about us? I'll be like, I think so. This crowd does. So we go to Pizza because no one out pizza's the Hut. And we decide we're gonna kiss immediately. I see him walking. And our bang, we both had like swoopy bangs over opposite eyes, you know, like this. So we like one good eye each, but we could see each other through. We said, let's kiss. So we're in the doorway of the Pizza Hut. Our bodies are holding the door open. It's very awkward. And we kiss. And it's weird. It feels weird. Something's off. He can see his fly is down. I'm not into that. Okay, I'm like, what happened? Why didn't it go back up? I have questions. I got what I think we now refer to as the ick. I felt an ick. And I think he felt the same too, because the next day, he came out of the closet, you guys. On MySpace. And he tagged me. I know. Happy Pride. She did it. Look, we're both doing fine. I'm doing this. He's a shot boy on Fire Island. Everything's fine. It's all worked out for the best. I got into drugs after that. Yeah. Drugs are fun. Drugs are a lot of fun. I know we're drinking. I see, some folks got beverages out there, but who smokes weed out there? Where am I? Okay, that makes sense. But yeah, smoking weed is great. I am actually taking a weed break just for this bit. Okay, just to the end of the bit. Once the bit's over, I'll move back into smoking weed, don't worry. No, you gotta take a break sometimes. I used to work in the restaurant industry. Do I have any restaurant industry people here? Anybody? Yeah? That's right. You guys are here. I used to work in the restaurant industry, and I'd smoke weed before working on my restaurant shifts, everybody. Just surprise, surprise, that's what we're doing. Thank you. Heroes, I know. You have to cope, I don't know if this has ever happened to you, though. I took a break from smoking weed because before a shift, I went to go rip a bong, like an adult, thank you. And then I got in my car, because I'm a better driver high, I'll be honest, I'm like, red means stop, got it, okay. And then I drove to a job I had 5 years ago. Not even 2-3 jobs ago. We're talking several jobs ago. And I was like, it's time to take a break from this weed. I used to smoke weed before working my brunch shifts. Who works brunch out there? Is anybody, where am I? Yeah, ooh, sad? It's okay to be sad. I've worked a lot of brunch shifts in the day. I think everyone should work a brunch shift. It is our service, it's our duty. But it is millennials Vietnam. I'm gonna be honest. It's our war. And the Iraq war, those are our 2 words. 2 words. That's it though. It's just... Thank you. What other drugs? Do I have anybody who does mushrooms out there? Do I have mushrooms? Fucking everybody? Do you guys have any? Where are the mushrooms? Can I buy some? This is why I do comedy. I need mushrooms. The mushrooms. I like doing mushrooms, man. Where do you guys like to do your mushrooms? Do we do them in fun places? Do we do them like music festivals? People love saying home. I can't do home because the TV's there. Can't eat an eighth of mushrooms. And then suddenly I'm watching a 12-part docuseries about Jeffrey Dahmer, okay? That's not chill. I know, suddenly I think I am Dahmer, okay? You got problems then. This is a part of the set where I like to clarify, I'm not Jeffrey Dahmer, okay? Please. I like doing my mushrooms and fun. I like doing them at like pro sporting events, you know? I like going to like a Nashville Predators game, and I know. It's fine. You know I'm tripping out at a Preds game if I'm right up on the glass just like slinging glow sticks, like, yo, dude. The national anthem is a fucking banger, dude. I don't know if you heard it, but oh say can you motherfucking see, that line goes hard, okay? Then you get the O Canada remix in there, that shit's tight, alright? What about ketamine? Does anybody do ketamine in here? Wow, okay, more than expected. Just like some hands, probably hands. Ketamine's fun. Do we all know what ketamine is? If you know what it is, shout it out. Thank you. Some guy last week said cat tranquilizer, and I was like, sir? For the horses only. It's a horse tranquilizer, and humans were like, yeah, give me some of that. I'm going to see fish later. You know, give me some of that. You guys ever been in a K-hole? Ketamine users, been in a K-hole? Yeah, it's the most terrifying fun you'll ever have in your whole life. I promise you. You're gonna dance like a maniac. You're not gonna remember your own name. You don't know where your car keys are, but you're having fun. I've been in a lot of K-holes. They used to call me MK-hole, is what I'm saying. Yeah. Fun nickname. Been on so many horse tranquilizers. They used to call me MK the Stallion, is what I'm saying. Me and Megan, we came up with that nickname together. We were both doing ketamine one night. Me and Megan, you know, and then I was like, yeah, bitch, we're stallions. And she was like, yeah, that's our name now. I accidentally did meth one time. Accidentally. It was an accident. That shit looks like other shit, okay? That's not on me. That's on my drug dealer, Jackknife, okay? Jackknife sold me some weird shit, and it was meth. And it was fucking awesome, okay? It was awesome. It was awesome. I had so much fun. I did turn into that street performer, though, that's painted all silver. You know, that guy who's just, like, standing really still. He's got, like, a kazoo in his mouth. You know, somebody walks by and he's just like, veep, whoop, veep, whoop, veep. You know, that guy? That's me. 19 hours. Yeah. I know. My nephew's baptism, okay? It was a long day. You gotta watch out for that baptism meth. You know, that's where it gets... Okay, I thank you. Yeah, Jesus, he's in this room with us tonight. He's here. Thank you, Jesus, sponsored by Jesus. This month has been amazing. My birthday was last month. Thank you, I do have one of those. Give it up for me, I'm spoiled. Thank you. It was a big one. It was a big birthday, too. I turned 30. 35. Oh, you guys interrupted. It's rude to interrupt people in the middle of their sentences. No, another year closer to death. Yay, we did it. 35 is a big one. I love birthdays. I'm a Taurus. Do I have any other Taurus in the house? Where my Taurus at? Yeah. We like food and comfort and luxury, and we hate the government. Exactly. We hate the government. All I'm saying, everything, you know, state, local, school board, that's all I'm saying. I mean, if you're an elected official, you're catching these hands, is what I'm saying. That's what thank you. Does anyone have any birthday advice? Does anyone have any go-to birthday advice? I like good birthday advice. The best birthday advice I ever got was drink more water and do less cocaine. Okay, that's it. Jackknife cannot be in our home anymore, all right? It's time to give up doing coke. I like on birthdays, like there's a news crew goes out to the oldest living woman on earth. You know, she's 118 years old, and they'll go up to her and they'll be like, Mabel. Her name's Mabel. She's very old. Mabel, you're 118. You know, what's the secret to a long life? And Mabel, she's very old. She's a raisin of a woman. She'll pull the news reporter down by the collar and be like, just fucking kill me, okay? Kill me! I want to die! Okay. And Mabel will die, rest her soul. And then they'll go to the next oldest woman the next year. She's 117. She's spry. And they'll be like, Ethel, what's the secret to a long life? And Ethel will pull her down too, and she'll be like, be sure to get your pussy eaten twice a day. Like, sure. Different vibes, okay? That's good advice, I think. Birthdays weren't always remembered in my house. It was always a little dicey around those times, you know. My parents were busy. My mom is an award-winning journalist. She's a very busy lady. And, you know, being raised in New York, there's a lot of corrupt politicians that needed stories written on them. So she had a lot going on. And then my dad, of course, his full-time job was being a fucking asshole, okay? He was really good at it, you know. #1 employee down at the asshole factory. This guy getting promoted. Really good at it. They wouldn't always remember. It's not, you know, I try not to, I'm 35 now, I try not to look back on my childhood and blame anybody. My dad just didn't treat me like a kid. You know, like he'd pull me out of 3rd grade to help him hang sheetrock. You know, that's not what 3rd graders are good for. We have weak upper bodies. Why am I hire someone, okay, that's all. He used to scour Craigslist and look for like really beat up junker cars. Really cheap cars, the kind where you'd have to like hold the door handle while you're driving down the highway because it doesn't close. We had a car one time and the horn would just beep incessantly, so he'd go to drop me off at school and it would just be like beep, 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 beep. Kids are pointing and laughing. They're mean, kids are mean. Very mean. The kids are so mean. They used to call me egghead. Not because I'm smart, because I gave everybody lice. I did. I know. I don't have it right now, you guys. Chill out. It hurts to be called egghead. But no, the birthdays, they got missed. That's why, you know, when I turned 18, I felt empowered to take control of my life. I was like, no, I'm going to celebrate this birthday, this adult birthday, the way I deserve to. By going to my first strip club, everybody. I went to my first one in upstate New York, in Utica, New York, where I'm from. Utica, also known as Shootica, because of all the shootings. Yep, they used to call it the city that God forgot, you guys. Someone spray painted it on a billboard. You drive in and it was a bummer town, but they had a great strip club, Peepers. We loved Peepers. And I loved the gals that went to Peepers. They were old, but they weren't, you know, too hot. So they couldn't stay. No, I was finally legal and I wanted to support the athletes. It was very important to me. You know, I was a budding feminist and I wanted to get out there. So to me, myself and 2 of my friends, we go to Peepers, we go to the front door, we pay a $25 cover, sure. And we walk in and we round the corner and we realize immediately that we are the most attractive people in this entire building. And look, I'm not up here like I'm the hottest person who's ever lived. I know people look at me and they're like, she's either attractive or we want to punch her in the face, okay? It's always one or the other. Sometimes it's both. Please don't tell me you're scaring me, all right? I know I don't look like any celebrities, but I always look like someone's friend. They're always like, you look like my friend. I have a friend that you look like. I gotta show you Susan on Facebook. And then they show you Susan on Facebook. Susan's the ugliest motherfucker I've ever seen in my life. Ever. They'll be like, we gotta Zoom. You guys look so much alike. We gotta Zoom. And then you get me and Susan on a Zoom, and we're like 2 cats just looking at each other, like both thinking we're hotter than the other, you know? It's like, she's okay, you know, whatever. But I know when I'm the most attractive person in Peepers, too. Okay, that was it. I didn't need any more validity on that. But we paid a $25 cover, we walk in, it's fine. And we said, let's break in our new fake IDs. Let's do it. We're 18, we've got fake IDs, we're at the strip club. We go up to the bar, we go, hey, let me get a cold natural light. You know, that's what, had bad taste then. No? Keystone Crowd? What's going on, you guys? I thought it was my Natty Lights. And she tells me, hey, we don't serve alcohol at Peepers. And I was like, what? Like, we only have soda. And they only had Pepsi products at that, guys. And I was like, God damn it. I came to this strip club for one thing, and that was Coke. That might have been too much of a risk. No, Peepers was fascinating. So I order a Diet Pepsi like a fucking idiot, and I go to sit back down with my friends, and we said, let's watch the girls. Let's watch them do their thing. And Peepers had a distinct smell of like bleach and sweat and Love Spell by Victoria's Secret. Ladies, we can smell it right now. It smells like memories, you know? And Peepers was a wonderful place. You know, the girls are out there doing their thing. And there's a very aggressive strip club DJ who's coming on the mic. And his name was DJ Osama Bin Laden. Yeah, I know. Which 5 years after 9/11 in upstate New York is a choice, I'll be honest. But Osama Bin Laden is killing it. I'm gonna, you know, he's got the strip club DJ voice down. And Osama Bin Laden, he gets on the mic and he's like, you crazy sluts, ready for your next performer? And we're ready. We're crazy, we're sluts, and we're ready. He goes, well, please welcome to the stage, Misty Bucks. And everyone starts clapping, you know. And Misty comes out there, and Misty's not like the rest of the girls, okay? She's got a ponytail and black frame glasses, and she's got a C-section scar. She's very skinny. She's very in her own world. She's not coming out with energy. She's coming out with a strip song I've never heard before, or strippers do before. And you guys might know it. That song was With or Without You by the Irish band U2. See the stones set in your eyes. See the thorns twist in your thigh. I'll wait for you. Not Knuck If You Buck, not Nicki Minaj, With or Without You. And I'd love to play it for you, but it won't make it on YouTube, so you have to just picture it in your brains. But Misty comes out, and she puts on her song. We have all heard it. It's very emotional. And she's kind of doing her thing on the strip pole, you know. She's kind of dancing. She's kind of doing this, you know. And the song's going, and it's beautiful. And all these creepy men who'd been talking to us, all these creepy old men who still had Skinamax subscriptions, who were talking to me and my young friends, suddenly they turn and they're all paying attention to Misty. I go, this must be their favorite dancer, this Misty Box. And all of a sudden they, instead of throwing dollar bills at her, start pelting her with nickels. Everyone, nickels, buffalo nickels, big nickels, big. That Sacagawea dollars, some of them. Yeah. And it's a mirrored stage. So I don't know if you've ever heard the sound of change hitting a mirrored stage before while the Irish band U2 plays in the background. Just like clank, 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 with or without you, clank, 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 clank. This is insane. But Misty was up there doing her thing, empowered as hell, and it inspired me. It made me really say, you know, Misty's out there doing her thing. She doesn't give a shit about anybody else, okay? She's gonna dance to a U2 song, and I'm gonna be empowered on my birthday. I felt inspired by that performance. But afterwards, I went up to Misty, and I was like, you know, when they were sweeping up all the nickels and spraying down the mirrored stage with more bleach and Love Spell, and I was like, I just want to talk to Misty, you know? And I said, Misty, you know, you really inspired me with that performance. I feel empowered right now, you know, having seen you. But I feel like you don't have to do this. Like, I don't know if these men respect you. And she heard me. I could tell. She was taking it in. And you guys, that little girl turned out to be Hillary Clinton, okay? We're both doing good right now, me and Hill. Everything has worked out the best that it possibly could. And that's my set, you guys. Thank you so much.
Bye.